What is going on, guys? Got a cool one today for sure. So this thing came in. Actually, shout out to Phil for even finding this. I showed him a picture because I know he's always looking at, for masks and finding shit and whatever. So I gave him a picture and he's like, "Oh, this mask?" And it was in a completely different group than I was in. So that was cool. And I contacted the individual, and he didn't even want to sell it at first, and then we struck a deal. This thing was in really bad shape. It had a slit all the way down the front, like a tear, and then the back, when it goes up, and sometimes it'll split off or run off to the side, which wasn't a big deal to me. I was like, whatever was that. That happens to a lot of masks. That had that going on. There was some damage in the nose area and the bridge, and then there was like some cracks right here. I mean, this is the 70s or very early 80s Death Studios, and Jeff sculpted this. Richard Corben design from New Tales of the Arabian Nights. Richard Corben, comic book artist, did a lot of work for Heavy Metal magazine. That's where this creature all derived from. Very cool. And then come to find out, I was getting learned even more because I didn't know that they made 2 editions to this mask. The edition that I have I'm about to show you guys is the first one, and I've never seen, this might even be the only one in the hobby that has surfaced so far without the hair piece and then the nose rings, which they made 2 editions of this mask. So this is the first one, and it just makes it even cooler to me. I was going to go ahead because I actually thought that it was missing that and missing the nose rings. A buddy of mine has the one with the hair, but it doesn't have the nose rings. I'm sure and the guy was willing, the guy that fixed this was willing to actually go ahead and like sculpt that on there and then this, that, and the other and do the nose rings and all that shit. So I was actually glad that I found that news out because I wanted to keep it as original as possible. Now, if I come across a copy with the hair too, believe me, I'm going to jump on that in a minute because I love the look of that one just because it adds so much more to the mask with the hair and all that shit. So, when this came in, I needed to box it up immediately to get this thing to this guy, and he lives like 2 hours from me, which is fucking awesome. Check him out on Instagram, Masketcase. Dude, he's a tattoo artist. He makes his own masks, 10 Mask Fest and shit like that. Really nice guy. I cannot even tell you how great the quality or the customer service was with this. I mean, I literally he got this to him, and it was done within like 3 or 4 days, shipped back to me. Like, unreal. I thought it was going to take at least like a month or something, but fucking sweet. So he actually shipped it back in the same box I shipped it to him in. And this box is awesome, so I can see why he did that. I was hoping he would do that. Because the guy who shipped it to me didn't really know anything about masks, so he shipped it just like in this little metal box, and I was like, oh fuck. But luckily the rubber the tears were very clean, and there was no rotting or any of that shit. So I have tape on here. So everything was just clean, So I got very lucky, And we'll go over what he did to the mask. So nothing like that will ever happen to this mask again. The dude is very affordable. Like I said, if you have any masks that are like damaged, like got tears in them and shit, highly recommend going to him. I mean, a lot of people quoted me for crazy prices, and they're like the best of the best. But hey, man, I mean, wait till you see this. This guy is a monster. He just completely packaged this thing right. Cannot wait to see this. There's my baby. Let's get it out. I was going to do this video last night. I got home way too fucking late, and I was just burnt the fuck out. Make sure there's no stickers in here. Anything. Nope. Put all this shit back. Thank you for all the bags, sir. Always use those. I'm going to save this box. My boxes are starting to build up again. Oh, I'm in my garage, which is cool, because you never know when you might need a box. And if you don't have one, it sucks trying to go fucking find one. So let's get right into it. I can't wait. I've been wanting this guy back for so long. Like, literally can't even see the seam where it is. It's unbelievable fucking work. You got yourself a brand new Jinn right here. Look at this shit, man. I mean, this right here was cut, teared all the way the fuck down. There's no seam line, nothing. He said the hardest part of this mask was the nose, because it was starting to kind of break down where the bridge of the nose is. He said, and if you look in here, he completely resealed this entire inside with fresh latex. And let me take these bags out, see what he did. So he did all of his repair work in here, and then he recoated the entire inside with fresh latex, right? And then did like a matte sealer over the entire mask to prevent any other cracks or anything in this mask. I mean, this is 1978 Corben. This is when this was designed, and then Jeff sculpted it. But this might be the only copy ever to surface without the hairpiece and the fucking nose ring thing that you see on all the other pictures. But yeah, so I pulled up a fucking, I found it on Google. Thank goodness for Google too, man. I'm gonna stuff the shit out of this in head a little bit, so when I display it, this dude's going right behind glass. No arguments about that at all. Right behind glass. And that's where he's gonna stay. But yeah, when I forgot what I was gonna say. Fucking jumping all over the place, guys. I'm so excited. Yeah, so the tear, you can't even see what he did. I mean, he just, it's where he seamed it all back together, but you cannot see any seam line. That's what I was so afraid of. I thought I was gonna see a seam line in the front. I was like, fuck. And somebody else quoted me something crazy. I'm not gonna mention the company's name, but they do like all these Hollywood props and shit, and I was just like, you guys probably do the best work ever, whatever. But I was like, I'm not, there's no way I'm paying that kind of price to fix this thing up. I mean, maybe. I love this mask. These things are impossible to obtain. Collectors are just not willing to part with them. Super hard to find. Richard Corben was the man, comic book artist. You can still go on like eBay. You can buy some of his pages out of the books and shit. That's like all original stuff. I used to collect that type of stuff. I was into Simon Beasley and shit like that. I had a few Bernie Wrightson pieces. They were all pencil. They weren't like, because he passed away, those things went skyrocket. They were even expensive before he died. He's probably one of my favorite comic book artists of all time. Creator of Swamp Thing. Rest your soul, Bernie Wrightson. You are the man, sir. But yeah, he kept this thing all original with the paint, which is what I wanted. I didn't want any paint touch-up. He did take off 2 blood spots that he said were on the mask. It looks like somebody was trying to add blood to it. I have no idea. I don't even think I saw them on here, because I just literally took the mask out, made sure it was, all legit, saw where all the problemed areas were, and then put it in a bigger, nicer box, and shipped it off to him. And here, I'm just so glad it's back. I was going to do this video last night, man, but I didn't get home till fucking late, and I didn't want to open up something this great, in that kind of a mood. So I was in a fucking hell of a mood yesterday. So, but yeah, this is a good way to start your weekend. Fucking OG Jinn in the collection now. Fucking cannot believe this thing is so fucking cool. It's just awesome. So, New Tale of Arabian Nights. You can actually buy the book on eBay, and you'll see this creature in there. I actually took a snippet off of Google, and you can see him in there. Just a big, tall, kind of reminds me like the Mortal Kombat thing, monster, a little bit. The way he was in there in the illustrations, in the pictures. But yeah, dude, shout out to Masketcase. If you ever want any work done, guys, it doesn't get any better than that guy. Unreal. And like the quality, like I'm looking at this shit now, it's just like he put so much time into this thing. Like it just looks like it was made yesterday. And it looks mint as fuck. I can't believe you can see the back too. There's nothing. I mean, it's just fucking minty mint. Like he really took his time, sealed this thing up right, and did a hell of a job, and his prices are super fair. So I suggest anybody giving all their work to this guy. And I'm not just saying that. If I post the pictures of what this thing, I'm sure you guys have seen them. If you go onto my Ryan's mask unveiling or unboxing page on Facebook, you'll see that, you know, the condition that this thing was in. I mean, this thing was fucked up. I mean, the face, I mean, it was all good, it just needed to be fixed, and it needed to be to the right person, and I took it to the right person, so I'm glad for that. I didn't want to take it to somebody who was, like, overloaded with work, or, like, you know, like, I was going to send it to my boy, but he's a one-man army over there, he's got too much shit going on, and who knows, you know, when I would have got this back. It could have been fucking 2 months or 3 months, you know, who knows. But he actually owns one of these as well. I think his is one of the first ones I've seen. And yeah, he's got the fucking hair. The hair piece is just so cool. But yeah, this being OG, you know, is awesome. You know, I thought like it was missing, but then I started thinking about it because it looks like the piece that attaches here, like the hair sits in, actually flowers out. So it's actually sculpted into the mask. I was thinking, I'm like, well, that's fucking weird, because you think there'd be like tears all through here if somebody tried to take that shit off. And I'm like, why would they try to take that off? It's so cool. And then I found the picture on Google, and it was this mask in the article, and then it said second edition, and then it showed the comic illustrator picture underneath that they were going to bring the second edition with the hairpiece and all that shit out. But look, dude, 78 Corben. Oh man, this is kind of surreal to actually be, you know, to actually own this. It's surreal. I'm so excited to have this in the collection. You have no idea. And if you look at the face, it just has like a little snarl. See how it kind of goes up right there? I think it's fucking so badass. The eyes are all original. The paint's cracking just a little bit in the eye, but I love it because it's like gives you that takes you to that time. You know, this thing is old school. Back when people had comic books and they were riding on bikes and they rolled them up, put them in their back pocket, shit like that, or they put the, you know, baseball cards in their fucking spokes of their fucking tires or whatever, you know. And you see some of these cars that are mint from like the 50s and all this shit, or like the wars were going on, and these, you know, it's just crazy. And you know, it's just so fucking cool, man. I cannot thank Masketcase enough for this. And the only way to really contact him to get work done is on IG, Masketcase. So send him a shout out if you have any masks that are like, you know, I was scrolling through his you know, his page, or his, you know, all of his pictures on IG, and I saw Don post like a Timberwolf, I think it was. And it was just, all this shit was fucked up in here, and all around the bridge of the nose was all like tore out and fucked up, and he brought that thing back from the dead. So when I sent this thing to him, I knew for sure there was going to be no issues. He was just going to fucking knock this out of the park. He said everything's totally fixable, no, you know, and boom, here it is. So now I need to find out, because I want this as like a centerpiece in one of my cases. I'm not going to put him up on the shelf. I'm going to put him behind glass, where he belongs. But yeah, this thing was fucking taken from just a dude, I think, who collects comics or whatever. Taken from him. I don't know how the fuck. I think he found it at like a thrift store. Taken from him, completely trashed, you know, and then brought back to like a museum, like fucking, you know, like it was made yesterday type deal. It's just unreal. I love it. I love it. I fucking love it. This is the first mask I've ever sent out to anyone to have them completely rehaul it and repair it and just, not rehaul it, what the fuck am I talking about? Repair it and fix it, and it came back, so I'm super stoked. And it's just good to know that there's people out there like that, because there are masks that you can obtain, you know, that might have cracks on them and shit, and you're like, fuck, it kind of turns me off, I don't really want that. And you can send it to this guy, and he's going to make it look like fucking $1 million for you. It's like, it's unreal, you know? I have a couple more with some big, heavy, it's a Harry Inman. and it does have some cracks and shit, but the way he casted his masks were so fucking thick. They're like thick as a tire. So I can send that off to this guy, and he's gonna completely just fix this up for me. So I'm probably gonna send that off here in another month or two. I gotta get some shit out of the way first. Like I said, this came up. I had to jump on this. There was no questions about it. Like, I can't even believe this thing was sitting there. People had commented on it, but nobody jumped on it. I don't know. I can't fucking believe it. Like, it was unreal. When I saw the post, I was like, fuck, that thing's long gone. Hit him up. He's like, yeah, I still have it. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. So then it was just like, went from there. So glad. I showed him all the updated pictures of this thing being done, and he couldn't fucking believe it. He's like, I know, it went to the right home. I told him, I said, dude, please. I said, I will give this thing the proper home it deserves. I will get this thing fixed, and it will look like $1 million. He probably doubted it, and here we are. And it is fucking amazing. I mean, this thing, there's no seam line at all. I mean, it's just unfucking real. And he put a matte finish on it, like I said earlier, so to prevent any further cracks in the future. But I take care of my masks. They're not exposed to light. They're not in what, like, cold temperature change is bad. I mean, it's all, you know, the right settings to keep masks in, you know. So, wow, this is how you start your Saturday right here. So here's the Jinn 78. I think Jeff maybe what did he bring it out in 80s, early 80s? But I think this was designed in 78 because it has our Corben on the back, 1978. So, but Jeff did sculpt this, or Jeff sculpted it, brought it to life. Well, thank you for that. You know, all back to its original self. I'm sure he feels good. I like to get a black trash bag in here and kind of hide. This is the wearable version, which is cool either way. I mean, you're not going to be picky trying to pick up this mask, and like the eye holes are right here that you see, so it kind of, you can hardly even tell. It just looks like some kind of like shadowy black underneath the eye. But yeah, man. Never thought I'd be owning one of these guys right here, and pretty stoked on this shit for sure. This is definitely one of my favorite masks in my collection now, and I have a lot, so this is definitely top 5 for sure in the collection. And don't be asking me if I'm selling it, because it's definitely not for sale, so don't even do it. This thing ain't going anywhere. As long as I'm collecting masks, this thing's not going anywhere. And even if I kind of got out of the hobby and slowed down and sold off some stuff, I'd be keeping certain masks, you know, and this would definitely be one of them. So I doubt this thing's ever going to go anywhere. But I'll give you one more look at it. I do everything with a camera phone. I don't do all the editing. I wish I had time to do all that type of stuff, because it does look cool, but I could do, like, right now and then show you the side-by-sides and all that shit. It just plays out better that way, but you get the idea. Like I said, I'm lucky to even be doing these videos anyway with the life I have, busy as it is. But see all the shadows, see all the in the sculpt? It's not just like some round head. I mean, there's like definition all around here, shaded out, it goes down, different patterns. Just fucking cool ass fucking mask. Jinn, Richard Corben, Jeff sculpted. Amazing, fucking amazing. And I just love the fact that he fucking put all that latex in there just to fucking go over the entire inside and coat it. And nice fresh smell to it. Yep, the seam is completely fucking seam shut. You can see right there, that's where the seam was. It's right there. It's all seamed, it's all shut. And then if you flip it over and look at it here, like, you just can't see shit. I mean, there's nothing on this. It's a complete fucking monster at or fixing masks and shit. The guy knows what he's fucking doing for sure. So guys, I'm gonna hop off here and go eat some breakfast. I gotta clean my fish tanks out. Gotta keep it rolling around here. I'm gonna put this dude in a case, and trying to think when I'll be at you again. This is a long fucking video. there's something a guy's working on. He just had to get caught up. Atomic Vomit. I got something coming from Atomic Vomit. I ordered it way back. He just has to get caught up. He's a one-man deal too. He's got a lot of shit going on. So I did see it on a table, the blank, and he's just got to finish it up, send it out. So we should be getting that. I don't know when. And then we'll keep the videos coming for you guys for sure. So I'm gonna fucking go enjoy this for a while, and have a great weekend, guys. I know I will. Watching the football games too. Should be good times. And I think the Adrian Broner Pacquiao fights tonight, I believe. I'm not sure if there's a UFC on too. I know John Bones Jones is fighting again. I'm gonna catch that card. That looks like a super card. But yeah. Anyway, whatever. Off topic. Have a good one.